Most Manileños are probably itching where to go, what to do on a payday weekend. Look no further. We're taking you to the first ever QC Biennial, where art, culture, and festival Gala spirit rule. Good morning. On behalf of Attorney Jimeno, I am Gerg Cahiles. No issues. We're giving you soul food today at the forefront. From August 10 to October 10, 2025, Quezon City transforms into an open living gallery for the first ever Quezon City Biennial Ilalim Ibabaw, a citywide celebration of creativity and collaboration. The festival is initiated and organized by 30 of the country's most dynamic artists in simultaneous multiple venues and mediums. You may even book a Jeepney Tour that would take you to 5 participating venues for the full immersion experience. This groundbreaking gathering will not only highlight the distinctiveness of Filipino art, it's a ray of sunshine amidst habagat season. With us this morning is a visual artist and one of the pioneer organizers of the QC Biennial, Victoria Key. Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning po.
And also the head curator of QCB 2025, artist Yi Chung-ki. Good morning, Yi.
Hi.
All right, so let's talk about the QCB. Ano ba ito?
I think Yi, the head
Okay,
curator,
go ahead,
will
Yi.
be...
Well, Gerg, thanks for having us. QCB basically is a citywide art festival in a nutshell. It's going to be happening in 2 months. But I think what sets it apart from most biennials and art festivals is that it's pretty much run by artists, for artists, and most of the events are going to be happening at artist-run spaces and independent spaces, and maybe also some public space activations. So.
Paano nag-start yung idea of, gathering all of the artists involved in this project? And where did that start?
Well, we wanted to highlight Quezon City as a creative hub. Ever since history, it has been somewhere where innovation in the creative sense has come out, like since the Katipunero era with the writings, and then the student protests in the 70s, and then the proliferation of artist-run spaces in the 70s. So that has evolved until now. And I think creatives who live in or pass through QC or work in spaces in QC, we have a type of energy that is maybe a bit different from the other places. It's more DIY, it's more casual, but we still put a lot of thought into our work. So we just really wanted to highlight what can be sometimes overlooked in Quezon City.
Yeah, tapos yung nagtataka yung mga tao, bakit ilalim ibabaw sa title? What does that mean? What does that mean for artists like you? And why does that represent Quezon City as an art place?
So the term Ilalim Ibabaw is actually in reference to a bus route along EDSA that passes along Cubao. So
yes.
it's either you take the bottom or the top. And we just wanted to, I guess, use something that would resonate with people locally, especially people who commute. But then we also wanted to keep it open-ended for the people involved to interpret in their own way. So there'll be a lot of different interpretations for each spaces and each artist that are involved. So.
Well, this is supposed to be the biggest art fest, no, for this year. So gaano kalawak yung participating venues dito sa Quezon City? How many galleries are involved? How many artists will be participating? If you can talk more about that.
Yeah, we have a bunch. But basically, that's what was that, like at least 10 exhibitions going on, at least 30 featured artists. We have 5 main pockets, so maybe we can talk about that. So we pretty much divided the QC into 5 different spaces, or 5 different pockets, anchored on 5 different artist-run galleries and spaces. So namely, there were Ninuno Gallery, Kalawaan Space Time, Sampaguita Projects, No Gallery, and we have 2 more. We added 2 more. and then what was that Minus Plus and Fifth House. But from there, like a month into before the opening, it was also opened up more to be more inclusive of the other spaces that are near each anchor spaces. So every 2 weeks, we'll be having these thing called pocket days.
Okay.
So we have, let's say, we already had our Quezon Ave pocket day during the opening last Sunday at KST and Ulat Kambal. We had a parade over there, and then ended up in the opening reception. So from there, I'm going all over the place. But basically, Quezon Ave pocket, and then 2 weeks after, we have one in, where's the next one? Project 8,
Yeah.
sa Pagitan, and then 2 weeks after, sa Maginhawa, 2 weeks after, Cubao, and then last one would be sa amin sa Tipunan.
All right, but you'll be having workshops as well, right? Where people can participate.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Can you talk more about that, please?
One of them is a printmaking workshop by women's initiatives at Greengate or
No, that's O-Home
That's
over at
O-Home.
Project 8. Project 8 Pocket. I think, sorry.
And a skate park game.
a skate.
Yeah, you also hold that.
Yes.
And of course, you have a lot of street artists. So, can you describe to us the vibe, the feel that people should expect once they attend that skate park game event?
I expect people to feel it very real and natural and like the because like the people who are organizing this, this is like their everyday thing. It's what we do pretty much all the time. We just pretty much were able to formalize it and like bring it all together into like one big package. So expect to see a lot of fun and a lot of laughing and jokes and people, doing what they love to do, really.
It's a celebration. It's going to be a big festival energy. So during our opening, we were surprised how many people turned up, and like it had such a nice vibe of like everyone in good spirits, everyone working together, bonding together. A lot of creatives from QC came, so it was nice to have everyone there in one place celebrating.
Some were asking, why choose Quezon City as a venue for this massive art fest?
Well, aside from being born and bred over here, it's really special, not being biased also, objectively speaking. It's special in the sense that like it is able to incubate and like nurture and like grow a lot of different types of people, not just artists.
Yes.
You know, and different thoughts and ideas. Sorry, I'm all over again. Come from here, and yeah, it's one of the best places to push. Okay, I'm done. Next.
But how did you choose the participating or those artists that will join or are joining this festival?
So we have 6 main anchor galleries. Each gallery chose their own artists. So we work at Ninuno Gallery.
Yes.
Even though we're organizing the whole thing, we are under our own gallery, Ninuno. So we were only allowed to select our artists for that. And then the others that we worked with, we let them decide who they decided to feature.
But in the case of Ninuno, paano? How do you choose the artists that will be participating for this festival?
I guess we really like artists who put a lot of thought into their practice. They don't just make whatever, but they really think like, what do I want to say? What do I want to convey with this? But then they're also, I think another common thing about them is they don't take themselves too seriously. So there's still that element of like vitality of life, like it's still fun.
Yeah, and yeah, most of the artists that we include we're big fans of. So like, you know, we really like their art in every aspect, like the way it looks and even like the concepts that they try to bring about with them also. So, but for this one, our exhibition is called The Elephant, and we invited 6 to 7 artists. Okay, we mentioned them. So we have Zeus Bascon. Rox Lee was supposed to join us.
I hope he can still
I hope,
catch
I hope
up.
he's- I
Right?
hope he'll be. Oh, he's here.
Oh, he's here. Yeah, he'll be joining us in a bit.
Great. So Rox is part of that show too. We have Cologne, Joar and Rosie Songkuya. There's like a mother-son duo for this show. And then we have Decay, also another graffiti writer.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
exactly.
and Apple Santa Maria. Sorry.
Yeah, Apple Santa Maria. So these are exciting artists that we follow. Of course, nowadays we use Instagram to see their artworks, etc. And we're all excited for that. But, you know, how do you envision QCB maybe opening its doors to new artists, budding artists, to get inspired, be involved? Because, you know, nowadays, or not, well, even before, the concept that art is, you know, it's a passion. It's not something that you should pursue, something like that. So how do you think QCB will make a difference?
Actually, that's what our show at Nanuno is about, the elephant. Would you care to explain more about? And it's about the difference between pursuing art as a career and starting it out as a passion. But then what happens when you think of that point, you might want to start making a business of this or making money out of it. So once you do that, you have to contend with a lot of different things. What the market wants, you have to network with different galleries. But with artists in QC, we hope that they can, maybe young artists or people who don't have that much experience, be inspired to see.
Well, if I also may add, actually for the events that we're doing, we do want to be more, I guess, inclusive of people who are not even within the art community. Like we want to like include the people within the community of our in our neighborhoods as well.
Yeah.
So we're trying to reach out also with the like local barangay community. So like even with the skate community in Bahay Toro, like these are like the local people that are that play around there, and you know basically we want to give an image of art as not as something as inaccessible, but also, but you know, it's basically something that everybody does. Maybe
It's
not.
a community thing. It's not an individual thing, but you know, everyone must be involved in the process of the creation of art.
Yeah, sure. It's a human thing, really, not just you know, like everybody. I feel is able to do it. You know, and I think like we look at it too much as like something as an end product when really art can be something that you just do. You know, like and it's like a creative activity. It's a creative act, so everybody can be creative in their own different ways. Hello, Rox.
Oh yeah, and of course,
Hello,
Rox Lee,
sir.
a veteran artist, is also joining us this morning. Rox, thank you for joining us. Gerg, yes, that's right. Thank you for joining us. We were talking about the process of art, how the communities are involved, no, in the creative process, and of course yung misconception as well, that you know, it's not, art is something that will probably, it will not make you rich, something like that, diba? Because your parents will tell you na huwag kang mag-artist because walang pera dyan. Lagi yung framework ng mga magulang. Victoria, did you experience that?
Well, I was lucky to have quite like a stable background, so I kind of have room to experiment. I actually was not encouraged to go to art school, but I was encouraged to practice it outside of school, but then I guess my parents saw how into it I was, and they said, go
When you
ahead.
say stable background, what do you mean by that?
Stable background, I don't have as much economic or financial troubles.
Okay.
I'm pretty stable in that sense. So that means I'm lucky enough that I can, it's not going to be the only part of my career, but that I can make it part of my career
Alright.
more easily than others.
Si Rox.
Yes.
Oo, Rox, ikaw ba, naranasan mo ba yon that your parents, sinabi sa'yo na, huwag ka mag-art-art kasi wala namang pera sa art.
Oo nga, sinabi niya sa akin yung dati. Sinabi nila, mag-macho dancer ka na lang. Kasi nandun yung pera, di ba? De, pero, seriously, kasi naman yung, siguro kung may passion ka sa art or what, siguro naman yung priority mo, hindi lang pera. Priority mo rin, may labas yung mga ideas mo eh.
That's true.
Yung creativity mo na, yung magpapasaya sa yung kaluluwa, your soul, di ba? Yung parang ganun. Ma-express mo ang sarili mo. Siguro yung number one yun. Siguro secondary na lang yung pera, ganun.
Earning,
o money.
Oo.
Tapos yung parents namin, medyo liberal naman sila. So,
Yes.
it's alright. Sige lang kayo. Basta
Kasi-
masaya kayo dyan. Masaya kayo, okay lang.
Oh, kasi ikaw, you came from a family of artists, di ba? So
Maybe.
talagang very supportive yung parents and the siblings as well, na talagang
Yes,
kilala
yes.
rin. Alright. Well, ikaw, Yi, did you experience the same thing? Nagkaroon ba ng pressure from parents not to pursue your art, something like that?
No, my mom's my biggest fan. She loves everything I do. No, just kidding. No, yeah, parents are parents.
Yes.
It's normal for them to always kind of worry about their children's future, and definitely it's not easy to make a living out of art. But they did understand how passionate I am about it, and they've supported me in their own ways. But especially with the art that I do, it's definitely not easy for my mom to be like super 100% for supported. But yeah, she's great. She's my biggest hater though. Like no one
Biggest
hates.
critic, biggest supporter.
Yeah. But she loves me the most. But she's
All right, now, let's do a short game. No? So, of course, our artists may know how to create. You know the creation process, but can they guess how their peers' work are valued? Let's put their eye and their instincts to the test. So we'll show you an artwork of Victoria Keith. We don't mean to put you on the spot, but this is like more of an on-the-spot art appreciation game, no? So Yi and Rox will assess and tag it.
Yeah, we will criticize.
Yes. And, of course.
Panel.
Yeah. So you have 30
Pieces
seconds
panel.
to describe and assess her work, and probably bigyan natin ng value if Victoria is comfortable with that, ano? So 30 seconds, you have to wait for me to say timer starts now bago kayo magsimula. Sige, isa kayo, 30 seconds. Sige. Okay, let's go with the first artwork. So here it goes. Okay? Nakikita niyo siya sa LED screen sa likod ko. Ito, Rox and Yi. Okay, so sige muna. You have 30 seconds. So please describe to us. Timer starts now.
Describe
Yes.
what I'm seeing. I'm looking at a Pomeranian in a bag. I think it's a Louis Vuitton bag. And against a green back, green wall, and what is that? Fleshy pink tiled floor. Yeah. Am I supposed to say how much? 100 million gajillion bucks.
All right. Sige, medyo formalist si Yi tumingin. Ano? Now, itong si Rox. Rox, you have 30 seconds to describe. What do you think and what do you feel seeing this artwork of Victoria? Timer starts now.
Is that a dog? A dog I'm saying? Is that a dog? Yeah.
It's a dog.
Yeah, it's a dog. Well, somehow he is very comfortable while sitting. That's good enough. It's for the welfare of the animal. It's a good position for the dog.
Yeah, he looks really happy. Sorry, I went in.
Happiness or
Yeah, he looks pretty
caring for the animal. That's
happy
good.
to look. To
Okay,
see
sige.
you.
Pero if you have to put a value to that artwork of Victoria, how much do you think? Kung halimbawa naka-display siya sa isang New York Art Gallery, Magkano kaya ang presyo niyan? Nagtinginan sila.
Kasi different taste naman sila doon, eh,
Yes.
different point of view. Pero if it were in the Philippines, I would value it as 100,000.
Yeah. Do we win a prize if we get it closer?
We'll get an approval from Victor.
It's priceless. It's priceless.
So
Yeah.
It's priceless.
priceless.
Yeah. But
Would you like to, tell us, ito ba nabenta or is it on display? Something?
It was on display.
Uh-huh.
It was part of one of my solo shows, and it was about pets. And I think this one it's an oil pastel drawing on paper. It cost, I think, 12K. Yeah, so pretty good, not so expensive.
Yeah,
in terms of
12,000, that's
art.
pesos.
Pesos,
Wow. And, was it displayed for a purpose, for a cause that time?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I had a solo show at Kalawakan Space Time, which is one of the galleries who's part of Quezon City Biennial, and the theme was pets. So yeah, this
right.
is one of the pets.
That's
that
good.
was
Okay,
in the
let's
show.
look at the second photo or artwork. This one. Sige, uunahin muna natin si Rox. Rox, you have 30 seconds to describe ano kayang
Yeah,
ibig
that's,
sabihin itong pugot na ulong nakikita ko ngayon.
It's very somehow.
Okay, go ahead. Timer starts now.
Somehow it's a surreal kind of painting, no? And I can see, is that a castle? Or somehow it is an...
Hacienda.
Hacienda, yeah, hacienda. And I see a carabao. Well, it's very Filipino, and yeah, they are working, and they are very productive, I hope. And they give some positive values for that kind of painting.
Okay, sige. Alright, si Yi naman. Yi, ano kaya sa tingin mo yung ibig sabihin? Ano ba kaya ang interpretation mo dito sa trabahong ito ni Victoria? Timer starts now.
I think I kind of know this work. It's a little distorted, but it's supposed to be like that. But pangalan ito, Salome, is this that? Was that? Do you remember?
Sayaw ni Salome.
Yeah, Sayaw ni Salome, where like this girl, I guess decapitated. I don't know who the guy is. Maybe the owner of the hacienda. But my favorite part is really like the guy in the Asian squat who's kind of just like looking at you in a pose that kind of like.
Alright. Sige, thank you. So tingin mo, magkano, how much is this painting? Rox?
For me, it's more than 100,000.
Okay. Sige, Yi.
Yeah, I would also price it around the same like that. Yeah.
Alright, sige. Victoria, I'm sure you, of course, you want to tell us, ano ba tong, what's the, inspiration behind this painting?
So for this one, it's from the biblical story of Salome, but I put it in a colonial setting in a sugarcane plantation. So Salome and all the other casts are Pinoy, and then the head she's holding is of Saint John the Baptist. But I purposely made the story not clear what it's going to be, open to interpretation. So are they victims? Are they the oppressor? Are they bad? Are they good? Does it even matter, like, what's virtuous or what's not? So that was the idea behind the painting.
You were based abroad before, right?
I
Where?
lived abroad, yes, for a while.
Where?
I lived in London, in the UK.
Okay.
I was studying the last 2 years of high school, and then I did my university there.
So, as a former artist, well, as an artist formerly based in London, what was the biggest sale you made in a single exhibit? But before you answer that, at the forefront, we'll be back after a few reminders. We'll be back. Welcome back at the forefront. Now, Victoria, as an artist formerly based in London, what was the biggest sale you made in a single exhibit?
Zero, because I was an art student, actually just for 1
Okay.
year, and then I changed my degree to art history. Yeah, so I didn't have any chance to exhibit in London yet.
Okay, but here in the Philippines,
Here?
pwede ba naming malaman?
What's the biggest sale? I don't know. I mean, I had my first solo show, I sold a lot, but I can't really remember the exact amount of what it is.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm sorry, it was
okay.
a long time ago.
But you know,
also.
definitely, the monetary value of your artworks is, of course, necessary for the art to continue, di ba? Kasi you have to sustain that craft, no? Kasi otherwise,
And
you'll
to
just
buy-
go somewhere
and to buy
else.
art materials.
Oo.
You need
Yeah.
art materials to produce.
Oo nga, kaya pag minsan sinasabi, oh, mahal naman, dinrowing nyo lang naman, that's not fair, di ba?
Yes, yes.
That's why we have to educate our public more about the production process, the art, the creation process, the ideas, etc. No? Now, siguro, Victoria, what was that moment when you realized na yes, I'm an artist and I want to pursue this?
I had two realizations. The first one was before I went to university. So I applied as an art student. But I didn't have the discipline at the time. So I changed my course to art history and still involved with art. So I was still happy with it. But then after the UK, I came back here and I started working in corporate for 8 years. So I was
Wow.
in advertising and marketing. And I didn't touch any art or make anything for that 8 years until all of a sudden I met Yi and our former boss, Robert Langenegger, who's also an artist, and they encouraged me to get back into it. And then I eventually quit corporate and then started doing art and working for galleries also.
Si Yi naman, how about you? When did you realize na, I want to pursue this?
I think it was more like I didn't have any other. I made it that I didn't have any other options but to do it. But also at the same time, I don't know if
Kumbaga, you knew
I don't know
from
if
the
I'm really.
beginning.
I don't think I'm really pursuing it as a career. I'm just only pretty much just still doing it to enjoy myself for enjoyment. But maybe that's a different kind of thing. But in terms of making art, I've always been into art since I was a kid. Like I like drawing comics. I used to always see his comics when I was a kid, dude. And then I met him in person.
Yes,
It's
right.
crazy. Yeah, Cesar Asar, one of the best every day.
I'm
Or
a bad influence to him.
Well, that's good. Ikaw, Rox, kapag naririnig mo that younger artists, they love your work, talagang na-inspire sila sa'yo, paano mo tinatanggap yun?
Maybe sometimes they are not inspired or what, but I'm inspired to them. Yung pag nakikita ko silang gumagawa talaga ng art, somehow I'm also inspired to do more. So if they find my art okay, that's okay.
Pero pag halimbawa lumapit sa'yo, sir, pa-autograph naman, papirma naman nitong mga gawa mo na collect ko over the years. Paano mo tinatanggap yun?
Well, I'm very inspired.
Oo.
Parang lalo akong ginagana na gumawa more. So medyo may I feel happy na meron pa ng gano'n na nagugustuhan din nila. Kaya so
Hindi ka naman nahihiya. Kasi sometimes, di ba, pag sinabi, oy, ang galing mo, parang some people are like, some artists would like, hindi naman, ganyan, di ba?
pero I know na sometimes medyo parang ano lang, compliment or what, but I can manage to go along. So, it's okay, parang ganun lang.
Batang-bata pa si Jose. Minsan mas maliksi pa siya sa mga kaedaran ko.
Mas,
He can run around circles and like, yeah, he can match na match pa rin siya hanggang ngayon.
siguro nakakabata talaga yung art, no?
I want to
And
be with the young
Yes,
people,
surrounded by young
to make me
people.
more younger.
And that's good to hear, no? Si Victoria kasi, since you studied in London, no? Did, in a way, studying art history influence your art?
Yes, very much.
paano?
Well, unfortunately, my education was Western-centric.
Yes.
So it was mostly about the Western history of art. But I kind of learned what is the thought process behind producing a piece of work? How does it tie into history? How is it a reflection of the time it was made? And also the evolution of art, how it went from one movement and transitioned to another based on what kind of ideas were popular at the time. So I think that has really influenced my practice, like knowing the kind of history behind how things are today.
Oo, kasi halimbawa, yung Salome mo kanina, you said, of course, that's a Western concept din in a way,
Yes.
di ba? But you tried to put it in a Philippine setting.
That's right.
Just to adapt to... Pero paano yun? Hindi ba nasya-shock yung mga tao sa klase ng art na meron ka? Given that you focus on human body, portraiture, etc. What's the reaction that you usually get from your art?
I have different levels. There are times where it has been quite shocking, and I've been told to tone it down by the exhibiting gallery.
So may
at times.
censorship, in a way.
A little bit, a little bit. But then, I guess that comes from mostly the gallery side and the audience side. But with artists, when they talk about my work, they have no...
Turn it up some more. Turn it up some more.
Yeah, they say turn it up. You're holding back.
You're holding back. May ganun naman na reaction.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, okay. So parang, I'm now imagining, since galleries are telling you na sometimes to tone it down, nagpa-practice ka ng self-censorship kung sa mga materials, sa mga artworks na binibigay mo sa kanila?
Only if they ask me specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just give them whatever you want them. You want to give them.
That's right.
All right. Sige. So ngayon, kapag nasya-shock yung mga tao sa mga gawa mo, how do you feel? How do you accept it? Or paano nakakatulong yun sa process mo as an artist?
Because my work doesn't really center on shock value. There is some shock value, but when you consider like what is being shown abroad, it's not as shocking. I think we're a bit more conservative here. So when people get shocked, I don't know, it doesn't affect me that much. Like I wish, as long as they appreciate it, like you can be shocked at something and still appreciate it. But
Of course. Oo, si Yi naman, saan ka ba nagsimula? What was this, siguro probably exhibit or something that you did that opened doors for you to this art world?
I definitely cut my teeth in graffiti. That's where I first realized like art can be done by anybody. So just by doing that, I learned a lot about not just myself, but also about my city, the world I live in, the reality that I'm in. And and I guess just from doing that gave me more confidence to do other things. And that's when I was able to do, I guess, like different projects. And then, so I guess my art practice is actually more of a curatorial art practice. So I'm more into organizing things and making the event. So like, and I guess QCB currently is like my artwork with everyone else. With everyone else, though. It's like a collaborative artwork that we're doing.
Like putting up the Ninuno Gallery. No?
Yes.
So our gallery is also kind of an art project itself. It's not really like a real business gallery. It's just more like a conceptual space that can move around different places.
And we invite artists to as a resident. So they can we can help them.
We have we're trying to expand in the different things that we do. So just try to make things sustainable also for us. Not just like have to rely on making sales, because that's a very it's a toying cost. You either get it or you don't.
May mga curious lang, Yi. Bakit daw Yi Chungki ang pangalan mo?
Oh yeah. It's my Chinese name. It's Yi Chong Kui. It just means like one the balanced. We can all be balanced and something like that. We're all balanced, but something like that.
Do you have a Chinese blood by any chance?
No, but I did spend some time abroad in
Okay.
Taiwan, like
All right.
for studies.
Ngayon, kasi, of course, graffiti art is big in different parts of the world. Now, in the Philippines, sometimes they see it as, not as an art, but vandalism. Especially the government, di ba? When you do your artwork, di ba, in empty walls, etc., they see it differently. What can you say about that, Yi?
I mean, I'm kind of snitching on myself here. Maybe I don't do art on government walls. I just do it on like on permission walls and my
Private
friends,
spaces,
my
probably.
friends' places. Yeah. So that was like a boat. That's a boat by a beach that my friend had. Oh, that's not here. That's in Thailand. But yeah, what am I saying? Also, this. So I think the thing with graffiti and painting on different surfaces illegally, it is, I guess, a crime technically, but it's also like a form of expression. So it can go either way.
And sometimes also it depends on the person doing the graffiti.
Yes.
Sometimes they just put nonsense words like that. So
Or sometimes it's also a form of protest, right?
yeah, it's a sort of process. That's why.
In many countries, Banksy, for instance, he's
Banksy,
di
yes.
ba?
Yeah.
He's very, very. His work is very expensive, but he does that for. He said for protest.
Well, personally, I don't think I'm really trying to protest anything. I'm just maybe like what's that word? Like innate. Anyways, like I just want to like write my name a lot, and that's kind of like maybe that's my statement.
And that's valid, right? Si Rox naman. Si Rox, you came from a family of artists, no?
Maybe.
Sige, ako na nagsasabi. Ako na nagsasabi that he came from a family of
trash comics,
artists.
I call it.
Yeah, you started doing comics ba talaga?
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that? Bakit?
I started at Pitwasan Street.
Dito
A
rin?
Jingle Magazine. So, 7th Avenue, Pitwasan Street. So, in the 1980s, so umiikot-ikot na ako sa Cubao and I'm doing the comics or illustration for the Jingle Magazine. And then I transferred to Bulletin Today with my comic strip with my brother. Together with my brother, we did Cesar Azar comic strip. It's a daily comics that the newspaper is putting up. So that kind of thing we do comics. Then we turn into animation. So
Pero
short
in-expect mo ba yun na, kakagatin ng masa, ng Pilipino, yung mga comic strips ninyo?
No, sometimes when we were just starting, people are questioning what kind of minds are you doing? Medyo sira-ulo ata ang mga taong ito. Some responses are like that. So it's okay. We just go on. Tuloy-tuloy lang ba? Parang ganun.
Pero yung creation ng comics, nagpapatuloy yan. Sabi mo nga, it evolved. Ginawa niyong animated,
Yes,
no?
involved.
Kasi some people, some artists are very, they don't like improve technology, etc. But in your case, parang gusto niyo ma-improve, gusto niyo
Yes, of course.
ma-push.
He works on an iPad. He draws on an iPad.
AI is now coming.
Exactly. That's true.
Yeah,
AI.
welcome AI.
Welcome ba ang AI sa inyo or not?
I think for me personally, I can integrate it with my drawings, integrate it with my my animation. So it's okay as long as you can still control your artworks.
Yeah. I'm 50% AI generated already. So
All right, sige. Ngayon, kay Yi, no, as a graffiti street artist, no, what was the biggest project you did and who or what organization commissioned that project? But before you answer that, At the forefront, we'll be back after a few reminders. Welcome back at the forefront. Now, kay Yi, as a graffiti street artist, what was the biggest project you did, and who or what organization commissioned the project, if you can remember?
As a graffiti writer, I don't really get a lot of commission jobs. There are a lot more people who are, I guess, like, in that field. I don't know. I don't think I've had like any collaborations of note. I usually just do my own thing.
But
see,
you did any commercial piece for brand, something?
Let's see. Well, it was just for like some events, maybe. Like there was
events.
like a,
All right.
like a, I don't know, like a Adidas event one time. That's like
But mostly
20
curating right
years
now.
ago. Yes, that's pretty much what I do. You know, I try to do different types of exhibitions in different places, and I guess like the biggest project that I have is the one that we're doing right now, which is the QCB.
Yes.
No one commissioned me to do this, but the people kind of like made me realize that we could do it just by kind of like seeing what everybody's been is capable of, and like so far, yeah, people have been showing out and really.
Yeah, that's good to hear. But no, we will do another round of tag it, no? So this time, si Rox naman ang ipuput natin on the spot. Now, Victoria and Yi will assess and tag it. Okay, so here is the first artwork. Victoria and Yi, you have 30 seconds each to discuss the works of Rox. Now, unahin natin si Victoria. Victoria, timer starts now.
Okay, so it's a hand-drawn comic. The style is very loose and free. I can't see rulers. It looks like it's about cinema, but there are also surreal elements on it. And there's also political element there with Karl Marx and Alexander Platt. And yeah, I wish I could have time to read the whole
it.
thing.
But you can also look at that part.
Yeah.
Alright, sige. Si Yi naman. Yi, Yi, dito lang. Ito mas baka nakikita nyo. Sige, timer starts now.
Yeah, I like it. It's really. I think what is this? It's like an ad for an art festival. I feel like it was very. It's crudely done and but it still shows a lot of like kind of like punch. Yeah, there's like a recurring character, the Birdman at the end. Is that right? I like the callback. And let's see. It's not a very good assessment.
Sige, si Rox na lang. Rox, ano bang naiisip mo while doing this comic strip? What's in it?
I think it's just a very spontaneous drawing. It's a very fast. I did it very fast, and whatever comes to my mind, I put it without editing and all those things. So it's done very fast. You can see the result. But I try to integrate the text and some words. So actually, I'm planning to do it in animation, maybe later. So some parts I want to move later.
Okay, sige. Now, siguro as a message to some budding artists din, no? What can you tell them? Sige, si Rox muna.
Message ko for the artist, don't work too hard. Medyo, take it easy, alalay lang sa artwork, and then don't, huwag magpupuyat. Don't,
Talaga ba?
no, you should not be strictly to yourself. So, don't, sleep well. Huwag kayong magpupuyat na, kasi it's very hard na magiging anong mentality niyo, maapektuhan kung masyado kayong puyat o ano.
Ganun ka ba dati? Sorry, I want to ask kasi...
Hindi kasi dati, ayaw ko magpuyat eh. Tamad yung mga artist minsan kasi gusto lang matulog eh. So if you can sleep well, just do it. Sleep and then do your artworks and then continue. Take care of your health. At the same time, do art.
Para magpatuloy. May message ba kayo sa nakaka-experience ng siguro artist block na tinatawag, no? Pag yung creativity mo, hindi mo na mahanap kung nasaan and you feel like, I can't produce anything. Victoria?
I have ideas actually. I have ideas, but it's more the like getting myself to start, motivating myself to start. So that's actually the hardest part for me about making art. Like just that day, like getting myself up, like okay, I'm gonna do this today.
Si naman, ikaw, pag may mga artist block ka, creative block, what do you do?
I try to get out. I try to just go for a walk or, you know, try
Have a
to
drink?
yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you know, hang out with other people and like, just feed off different types of, I guess, things and experiences. Actually, you know, traveling would be a really good way to get around that. Yeah.
Si Rox, you have a message to your younger self. Kung may ipapayo ka dun sa mas batang sarili mo, what will that be?
I think siguro yung kung gagawa sila ng art, wag masyadong yung more on isipin agad na yung financial gain, yung profit or monetary, yung pera makukuha niyo, mabibinta niyo sa art. Siyempre, kailangan din yun, pero isipin mo muna yung yung priority, yung creativity, yung passion mo sa pagtrabaho. Do whatever you want na magpapasaya sa kaluluwa mo, ganun.
Okay.
Your soul, ganun.
Sige. Now, Victoria, and you invite our viewers to QCB.
Yes.
At this is your opportunity. Go ahead, Victoria.
Yes, please attend Quezon City Biennial. We have openings every few weekends. The next one is tonight at No. The next one is tonight at No Gallery.
No.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tonight. Yeah, we got one tonight. Go ahead. Sorry.
Tomorrow at Cubao Expo, we have
Garapata
one
store.
at Garapata Store, and then on the 17th is at Ninuno Gallery. So please do come for this weekend and for all the other weekends. We have not just openings, but a lot of different events that we're gonna have happen also. So yeah, please join us.
Follow our Instagram, socials, and we got a website, so we're going to be posting everything in there as much as possible.
You have Jeepney Tours, right?
Yes.
How can we avail of that Jeepney Tour?
Yeah, once we figure out the how to do that, but like the first one's going to be on the 23rd. We're gonna put out a flyer for how to do it on the Instagram. What else? And we'll see you guys there. Please come. We got a lot of things going until October 10th.
Welcome.
Rox, go ahead.
Welcome, and I wish the QC government will support this kind of movement.
Of course.
Because, para maano naman yung mga artists na ma-inspired naman to work more, to do more, and so that everybody will be happy.
Of course, we welcome the reaction of the Quezon City government para next time ma-involve din sila dito. Ano? But anyway, thank you very much guys for joining us this morning, Victoria, Yi, and Rox. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Gigi.
The Quezon City Biennial is more than just a showcase. It is a living testament how art can thrive when passion meets opportunity. Through the voices and visions of these remarkable artists, QCB will not only strengthen their own craft, but will also give the next generations of Filipino artists something to aspire for. Join us again on Monday for insights on issues that matter. On behalf of Attorney Karen Jimeno, this is Gerg Cahiles. Thank you for spending your hour with us.